If you're looking to increase your bench press arch, you've stumbled on the right video. Today we'll be talking about how to increase your bench press arch and how you can get into a better position, have more stable shoulders, feel safer, and maybe get a little bit more hypertrophy for the chesticles. So let's get it. So if you're a lifter that has problems with your setup on bench press, or your bench press feels a little bit all over the place, like a moving boat in the storm, or you are feeling very unstable, or if you are a lifter that is trying to maximize every little bit of their technique, or if you feel like you are as mobile as a driftwood, this video is for you. Today we will not be talking about the exact bench press technique to get into a better arch. This video will be more on the mobility side of things, on how you can increase your arch and get into a better thoracic extension. So what's important for the arch, for the bench press, is that you need three things. First, you need good ankle mobility to be able to bring your feet at a good position. Then you need good hip extension to get into that arch. And then what's the most important, you need very good thoracic extension to be able to land on your upper traps and neck and get into that nice arch so that you have a higher touch point for the bench press. A common misconception about this is that people think that you need more mobility in your lower back, like this part, but the whole point of the bench press arch is that it comes from the upper body. So today we'll go into some exercises to help you out with that. The most important exercises will be the upper body exercises, and the less important exercises that might help out a little bit are the hip exercises and the ankle exercises. So let's first start off with the less important ones. We can get them out of the way and then we can move into the important stuff. The first exercise you can do is the bench ankle stretch, where you put your foot on a bench and then you try to bring your knee forward and get into that good stretch. Feel a good stretch in your calf. Hold it for like 3-4 sets for 40 seconds. If you want, you could also use a plate to add a bit more pressure. So put your feet on the bench, put the plate on your knee, and then you can drive forward and hold in that position. 3 sets of 4 or 4 sets should be enough for you. You can do this in your warm-up or after you are finished or at home, and this will increase your ankle mobility, get you into a better fit position. The next exercise you can do is a hip extension exercise. You could do a cow stretch or a hip flexor stretch. This stretch will help you open up your hips a little bit and get into a better hip extension, which is also very helpful for the bench press. You can do this exercise by using a bench or on your couch, putting your back foot on the bench or the couch and use something to support yourself. And then you lean forward, you squeeze your glutes, and then try to extend the hips as much as possible and feel a hip here in the front on your quads and lower abdomen. So now that we have the two less important parts out of the way, let's start talking about which exercises you can do at home or in your warm-up or at the gym to improve your thoracic extension, the important part about having the arch. The first exercise you can do is using a foam roller or a half roller, but let's be realistic here. You might not want to bring a half roller with you at the gym every time, so you can use a foam roller that you have in the gym. Try to use a foam roller that is not very bulky. What you want to do is to lay at sternum height on the roller on your back, squeeze your abs, grab your hands around the back of your neck, point your elbows in the sky, and then take a big breath, contract your abs, and try to point your elbows in a circular motion at the back wall behind you. You want to do this for like 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps as your warm-up or after training. This will help you out a lot with your thoracic extension. What's important to pay attention to is that you don't cheat and get range of motion out of your lower abdomen, meaning that so the next exercise you can do are thoracic rotations. You can do this exercise by lying on the floor. You want to use a cushion for your head and put your feet in a 90-90 position. You grab your knee with your arm that's on the floor and you hold it steady. And then you point your other arm straight away from you, and you want to rotate your arm around and follow it with your eyes. Touch the back of your hand on the floor and then come back in. The next exercise you can do It's very similar to the thoracic rotations. It's called tight-lying thoracic windmills. It's a bit more advanced than the other one. And what you want to do, you want to come in that same position, but this time you want to think about moving your arm around your head and then twisting your arm and landing on the back of your palm on the other side. And then you want to bring your arm back in a circular motion and come into that starting position. And you want to do these exercises for like 3 to 4 sets for like 10 to 15 reps at each side. Again, in your warm-up or after training, and these exercises will help you get a little bit more thoracic extension, a bit more mobility in your upper body, and these things are all helpful for the bench press arch. If you want to learn more about the actual technique on setting up the arch for the bench press, you can check out this video right here where we explain everything about the bench press. If you like this video, drop a like on this video, subscribe, it helps us out put up more videos, and I'll see you on the next one.